Because of its specificities, the digital economy has generated new business models in the field of fashion. We can mention at least 3 elements brought by digitalization that reshaped the fashion industry. An unlimited inventory of products. Compared to physical stores, eShop can propose a huge number of references and allow customers to access to a wider offer. The counterpart of this is what psychologists call the tyranny of choice, which can lead clients to a greater dissatisfaction. Virtual connections and virality. On the demand side, retailers and brands can now access to wider clientele and leverage on social networks to reach a global audience. Common tastes and center of interest build new communities and market segments companies can possibly address. Data and customer knowledge. New tools allow fashion companies to carry in-depth analysis of their clients' behavior. Today, companies can potentially measure every action they launch, adapt to the market's evolution, and gain in flexibility. To understand the models that emerged during the last few years, we need first to adopt a framework to describe these business models. An important research effort on this topic has started in the late 1990s to describe corporate strategies developed by new players emerging in the tech sector. Different frameworks have been proposed by researchers and analysts. We can mention the Canvas model, developed by Osterwalder and Pinier, that describes the operation of a company considering 9 items, such as key activities, key partners, or customer segments. The RCOV framework, Resources, Competencies, Organization, and Value, has been created by Xavier Lecoq. It proposes a simple schematization of a company comparing 2 elements: the value proposition of the company that defines its revenue generation, and its organization that explains its cost structure. All the existing frameworks aiming to describe business models tend to be based on this opposition between the ability of companies to create and to capture value. The result of this opposition being their profitability. The more a company can have a strong value proposition and reduce the associated costs, the more it will generate profit. Margins and profit are not the only performance index these frameworks take into consideration. Sales growth or market share can also be a sign of a competitive business models. In the case of the fashion industry, profitability can be the unique indicator considered to analyze the success of a company. It is well known that, like in the tech sector, many key players are still not profitable, though they achieved a significant development on the market. We can identify new business models emerging at the different stages of the value chain. More specifically, the most visible successes can be new brands, new services, or new platforms. 2 main kinds of brands have attracted industry insiders' attention during the last few years. Digital native vertical brands. These brands develop and distribute their own products online with a strong emphasis on customer relationship, experience, and service. The fact that they bypass third-party distributors helps them get higher margins than B2B brands. But they must invest a lot in digital marketing to gain visibility. Everlane or Glossier, among others, exemplify this model. Influencer brands. Strongly relying on digital marketing, some influencers have been able to create successful brands, often leveraging on industrial partnerships. The platform economy has also generated successful business models in the fashion sector. This new model corresponds to the current period when data have become the raw material to be extracted and users' activity their natural source. Traditional companies were not designed to extract and use data, but to produce commodities. To improve data extraction, a new type of company has developed. This new model is an intermediary between different users who aims to produce data. Researchers identified several types of platforms according to their revenue streams. Some are based on advertising and sell user data to third parties. Others explore renting or subscription models with their community. In the field of fashion, Stitch Fix is one of the most famous platforms proposing apparel by subscription according to customer taste analyzed thanks to artificial intelligence. Rent the Runway, another success story in fashion tech, is also based on subscription model. Finally, regarding new services, Most companies and startups are adopting a SaaS model, software as a service, which generates monthly recurring revenues and can be profitable if they limit their operational costs.